Okay. It is sign up 3 reps, close 4 parties, and sell $2,500, and you will receive a $250 bonus. So that is Zaya's promo this month. They are always like, you do 3x4x2500 every month. If you make that a goal every month, you are destined for success. Like they've always said, that's what they continue to say, and I believe it to be true. Now, I have only done that one time. I'm just going to be honest. Like, it's always a goal, but I've only done it once. So it's hard. It's not easy. It's really, really hard. So you can close any amount party, a $200 party, that counts. 600, 1,000, 2,000, they all count. So that shouldn't be too difficult to do. If you're not the best seller, or if you have lower sales, $2,500 is a feat. So that can be difficult too. So, and signing 3 reps, I think, is by far the hardest of the 3. So that's basically why we're here, to help you and us, help us all get those 3 reps this month. So, I have my notes on my phone. Which one was first?
You want to start with creating a relationship?
Okay. So number 1, I think that is number 1, creating them.
It is.
It is. So it does take time. Now, after we get off this call, don't start messaging everybody and like forming a friendship, because that's weird. But I'm positive you have customers and friends and family or people that buy from you who you are forming a relationship with, a friendship. And I think that's really important. And I think that's something that sets Zaya apart from other direct sales companies, is we do, as reps, try to create relationships with our customers, and we're not just pushing product on you. And I think that's why this company has been so freaking successful so fast. Don't rush it. It's like a real relationship. Don't rush it. Let it take time. Ask your customer, how's your family doing? How's your boyfriend? How's your husband? How are your kids? What grade are they in now? It's spring. Do you live close by to this person? Do you want to get together with them, meet at the park with your kids? I don't know. But something to form a relationship. They see you in Zaya and they're like, oh, what are you wearing? Talk it up, obviously. I mean, Sage Luxe leggings, if y'all watched Bree's Call, wearing those to the dentist next time I go. So if they have purchased Zaya before, follow up with them. Like, that's huge. Follow up is huge. And this is for sales, for getting reps, for anything, for everything. Following up is huge. And don't just be like, hey, how's your Zaya? Do you still like your Zaya? Well, that's like, they could just say yes or no and leave it at that. Make it open-ended. Make them actually give you a real response. Like, be more specific. Hey, like, are you still enjoying your red bomber bra? And not just, hey, do you like your bra? Make it personal. The more personal, I think, the better. And I have had more success with that too. And I think that's important. Okay, this goes with creating a relationship too, but if they are, ask them if they're interested in placing another order. Ask them, have you ever considered being a Zaya rep? If they love their clothes and if they have purchased over $295 worth of clothes, they could have already paid for that starter kit and started making money off it. So think of it like that. I mean, just feel them out, right? So get to know them, let them get to know you, and just be honest and real and be yourself. And I think that's really important, to be yourself.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think a lot of what Paige said is I think, okay, so I didn't realize this until recently, but when we say creating a relationship, that doesn't mean you're best friends with them. That just means you have a connection with them and that you can message them and talk to them and be like, hey, how's your kid? Oh my God, how was that Starbucks? Like, that doesn't mean I'm best friends with them, but there's some type of connection there and there's some type of relationship there where I'm not being completely salesy and it doesn't feel like a cold call when I do bring up hosting a party or when I do bringing up the opportunity to be a rep. That's all we mean by creating a relationship, where it doesn't feel like a cold call, because I do not believe in cold calls. I think they're weird. I think they're salesy and I want no part of them. So when we say creating a relationship, it just means that you have some sort of connection with each person that you're talking to about hosting or possibly becoming a rep. That's all we mean.
Yep.
And then Paige, did you want to say anything else with that one?
I am done with that.
Okay. So the next one was how to bring up the opportunity. So when you're bringing up the
Can I touch base on something really quick?
Yeah,
so I just had a customer, I had a party back in November and I like would message her once a month because I knew she was on a weight loss journey. And when she ordered her stuff, she's like, they don't really fit. I don't love them. And I was like, would you like to return or exchange? And she's like, no. So then in December, I checked in and she's like, almost there. And in January, she reached out to me, sending me pictures, showing me her progress on it. So kind of figuring out why they love Zaya. Like, do you just love wearing it because you love wearing it? Yeah, me too. But like getting personal with them and figuring out what they're doing. Like for her and I, it was talking her journey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. And she felt comfortable enough to come to you with that progress. Like that's key.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So when you are bringing up the opportunity with a potential rep, how I do it is if I have somebody who's a fanatic, like Paige said, they've already spent over $300 in clothes. I always say to them, have you ever thought about being a rep? Or I phrase it, are you open to hearing more about what it is to be a rep? That's all I say. Like I make a one sentence generic statement. They have to respond, yeah, I'm interested in hearing more, or no, no, I'm not interested, but thank you. And a lot of times I get, yeah, I'll hear more. And I'm like, okay, great. And then you're going to get like a 30-second spiel of why you like being a rep, like why you joined and why you're here. Okay. Like quick 30 seconds. And I always include that you can make 20 to 28% commission. Okay. You can, I know that Paige doesn't have it as set up. So when you log on to mute yourself, but if you're not muted, if you can mute yourself, that would be great. So just give a quick 30-second spiel about why you're here and why you love it. I always mention that you can make between 20 and 28% commission, that you are continuously getting free and half off clothes as being a rep, and you get paid on everything that you purchase and that all of the parties and anything that any of your VIP customers purchase. Because I always get that question. That I was like, so all these girls that are like in your VIP group and they order from you, I'm like, yeah, I get paid on their orders and I get more free clothes as they continue to order. What else? If they have a party, if you currently have a party, as the party's going on, if I think they would be a bomb ass rep, I put that in their ear. Like I'm consistently throughout the party being like, girl, you're already doing all the work. You're posting the pictures, you're making graphics, you're posting your wish list, you're reaching out to your customers. Like you're doing the job and I'm getting paid for it. You could be getting paid for it. So if you're like putting that in their ear consistently through the party, they are so much more likely to think that they are able to do this. But that's the common thing I get is like, I can't be a rep. Like, I'm not that girl. I'm not salesy. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And during the party, I literally say, you've already done this, and this, and that's all I do. So you're not doing anything different than what I do. And if you make it relatable and you make it something that they can accomplish, then you're going to be fine. What else? This is the biggest thing. So I have signed 9 reps in the past 3 months, and that is hard. Like Paige said, the hardest part about being in sales to me with this business is recruiting. Recruiting is not easy at all. So I will never tell you that like, oh, do 3x4x2500 and you're going to be A-okay. Like that's a very hard feat. That is not easy at all, but it is achievable. And this is how I've been able to achieve it. If you phrase it in a way that they don't think they're going to lose anything, they're so much more likely to hop on. And truly becoming a rep with Zaya, you're not going to lose anything. I can tell you out of the 33 reps that I've signed, I've only had 2 girls that didn't make their money back. So that's a pretty good statistic right there. And this is how I phrase it. You book a party. You become a rep, you spend the $295. You're going to make your $295 back during your launch party, most likely. If not, definitely the second month of you being a rep. You have already achieved $150 plus more of free and half off clothes. You got the 5 items in your starter kit. You got the $100 gift card that you didn't pay for, but you got paid on by Zaya. After you're done with your launch party, and meanwhile, I'm helping you the entire time. Let's say you love it. Great. Keep it going. Let's say you hate it. That's fine too. There's no penalty. We can terminate your membership and you ended up with a paycheck and free clothes. It's that simple. Like if you phrase it and you dumb it down and you make it seem like they really have nothing to lose, which is true, they don't. If you set them up for success, they're going to stay. So like I said, of the 9 reps that I've signed over the past 3 months, 8 of them have killed it. Okay, so that's a pretty good statistic right there for bringing up the opportunity and making it seem like it's completely achievable for everybody. And if they don't like it, that's okay. There's no, they can leave. No skin off your back, no skin off their back. Paige, go ahead with the next one, which is how to book parties with me. So how to book parties. All right, so you're going to go to your VIP list. You're going to go to your group and you're going to see who in your VIP group has hosted a party, who has not hosted a party. Out of the girls who have not hosted a party, you're going to see what they have purchased. You're going to contact them, make sure that they're loving their everywhere joggers and their bomber bra and their twist tank. Like be very specific, like look up what they've actually ordered with you and talk to them about their lives, talk to them about their specific pieces. Then I simply phrase it like real simple. I'm like, hey, I have 2 availabilities next month, this date and this date. Which one works for you? I want to get you some free and half off clothes. Let's do a mega party. And if you phrase it like you're not just the generic salesperson, you're like, I don't do a typical Facebook party. It's not effective. This is what I do instead. And they hear that, they're going to be like, oh, this girl, like she obviously knows what she's doing. Let me sign on with her. So I do the mega parties. I have the Canva website that we were just talking about. Verb Live, you can do Verb Live now. There's so many options out there. You can do a live sale, like in an event on Facebook. There's so many different options out there that you can be able to push out to your customers. So it's not the typical Facebook party, which I think is slowly becoming like, I'm invited to another Facebook party. But if you make it fun and interesting, they're so much more likely to sign on. So I think that's up to you and how you're going to market it and how you're going to create it to be something that they want to be a part of. And if you make it seem like you're booked, even if you're not booked, you don't tell them that. You give them specific dates of your availability. And they're like, oh, I'm not available those dates, but how about this date? You're like, oh, I think I can squeeze you in. Like you need to seem like you are booked to capacity, even if you're not. Yeah. Easy enough. All right, Paige, next one. Go ahead. Being authentic.
Okay, so I kind of touched on this in the creating a relationship, because in order to create a relationship, you do need to be authentic. Like you're not going to say the same, you're not going to have the exact same conversation with customer A as you are with customer B. So you have to be authentic. You have to be yourself. You have to be real. If you're having a crappy day and your customer's asking you, I mean, don't be like, I'm great, I'm having the best day ever. Like, you don't need to lie to them. Like, be honest. Like, you know, it's not a therapy session, but just be yourself, right? I actually wrote in my notes, being authentic goes hand in hand with building the relationship. And I just read that. So it's true. Don't copy and paste. Need I say more? Just don't do it. I mean, there are times where I am messaging, like, let's say for the call tomorrow, I'm messaging a crap ton of people. And I do copy and paste, but I redo half of it. I'd like switch a lot of things around. It's just, it's like my own little template, and I, fill it in and fix it and edit what I need to, but it's still from myself. It's still to them, to that person. It's not to 10 people at once, right? I just started doing this. Use the voice message option. First of all, it is super easy and takes way less time. And I just started using it, and it is awesome. I hate talking. I hate hearing my voice. I hate speaking. Like the fact that it was my idea to do this call is like mind blowing because I don't do this stuff. Quick story. My mom owned a spa for 14 years. I worked there since I was like 10. I didn't answer the phone until I was like 17 years old. I refused. I just wouldn't do it. And my sister, she was the manager and she was like, you know, you would have gotten fired if you weren't the owner's daughter. And I was like, but I'm the owner's daughter, so I can't get fired. And I'm still not going to answer that phone call. Like, I just wouldn't do it, but I'm getting better. So using the voice message option, and just, they can hear your voice. They can hear how passionate you are. They can hear how real you are. Obviously, it's not a script. It's literally to them from your voice. Like, it's real. And that means a lot to people, and people appreciate that. Okay, being authentic. I'm done with that because a bunch of the stuff I said in creating a relationship.
I can't tell you how many people I voice message. You're like, oh, I didn't even know this feature existed. That was so cool. Like, I loved listening to you. The amount of time, I know you guys think that I'm annoying with my speech to text and everything's misspelled, but like, that's why I voice message, because I don't have time to text. Like, texting takes a lot of time. Like, my fingers are way too big. If you can sit there and speak and listen to somebody, I get way more feedback with my voice messages than I do with actual like text out. And Paige is my favorite person as far as being like such an introvert, and has totally flipped in the past 2 years. She's like, and this was her total idea. I was fully checked out. Like, I'm at the beach, and this was all Paige right now. So you go, girl. Yeah. Okay, running effective promos. I see so many people put promos on their page. I'm like, oh girl, you're hurting your business. Don't do that. You need to run effective promos in your VIP group. If you're putting out a promo, don't ever be in the negative. If you need to calculate before you push any promo out. Like, do not look at the promos that other people are doing and you're copying and pasting, because they're not always doing what's best for their business. You need to do what's best for your business. So you need to calculate these bundles that are constantly being put out. Make sure that they are effective. Make sure that you're still in the positive. It's okay if you break even if you're trying to get somebody in Zaya, because we all know if you get them in the pieces, they're gonna come back for more. So I'm okay with breaking even. I'm not okay with being in the negative, and you shouldn't either. So make sure that you're never in the negative with any of the promos that you push out. Don't consistently be giving discounts in your VIP group. Why? Because your customers will not buy from you until you have a discount. They will wait you out for that discount. And that is the worst thing you could ever do for your business. So for the month of February, I had a ton of deals. For the month of March, I think I did one. Okay. Why? Because I don't want my customers waiting for me to push out the next promo. And I've had customers be like, oh, are you pushing out anything this month? Because I'm going to wait to order. No, girl, I'm not. Okay. You either order or you don't order. Don't have somebody dependent on you pushing out a promo. That is bad for business. I always like to do promos surrounded by people trying new products. So if I have a customer who only does leggings, but's never tried our bras and never tried our tanks, highlight different pieces. And let's talk bomber bra. Okay. You're going to post about the bomber bra. You're going to post pictures in the bomber bra. You're going to talk about how it could also be a bathing suit top. Like, you're going to harp on that bomber bra. And if you put a promo with that bomber bra, you're going to sell a ton of them, because if it shows up on their newsfeed enough of you making different ideas about this bomber bra, people are going to come out of the floodgates that you didn't even know wanted a bomber bra, because you've posted it enough, they've seen it enough on their newsfeed, and there's a promotion around it. They're going to try it. Okay, so try to do different things like that, which I don't think a lot of people think about. Obviously, people love free and people love discounts. I get it. We're all the same in that regard. So when you're doing promos, make sure that it's revolved around you not losing money and you using your hostess rewards. So like if I sell 10 bombers, I'm going to give one for free. Great. Use your hostess rewards. It was nothing out of your pocket exception of like you spending the $385 on shipping. So make sure you are smart with your promos. Don't ever be in the negative, and get people in new products when you're trying to do these promos. I think the next one, Paige, how to get party guests in your VIP group. Go ahead, Paige.
Okay. In the beginning of the party, like the first day of the party, at the end of like the first day, I'm always like, or at the beginning, whatever, it doesn't matter. I always make a post and I'm like, join my VIP group and I tag my VIP group either with the link or I just do the @ symbol and then type in my VIP group name. And I'm like, you get 1 entry to win a $5 gift card. I mean, like Lindsay said, you don't have to do promos all the time, but it's just, whatever.
But $5 is like you're covering shipping. Like that's nothing.
I know, you're right. So join my VIP group and you'll get entered to win a $5 gift card, period. You have until this time or whatever. So get them in that way. That's one way. When you get close to the end of the party, oh, I just said that, but I just said the beginning, whatever. End, beginning, middle, every day. I don't care what you do. When you are reaching out to the guests individually, mention your VIP group and tell them what you post in your VIP group. You'll see restocks, you'll see new releases every single Wednesday. You'll see outfit inspirations, you'll see giveaways, you'll see monthly promotions, you'll see my dogs, my kids. I mean, I don't know, whatever your hobbies are. And if you're interested in that too, please join my group. I would love to have you. Okay. I actually do for this. So I got this from another rep from a different company, but I ordered from her and she sent me this script. It was very obviously a script that she copies and pastes and like changes the name to say like, hey, Paige, instead of, hey, Ashley, or hey, Lindsay, she just changed the name. So I took what she had because it was all really good stuff, thanking me for my order, but it was very bland. It was very, thank you for your order. It wasn't like, thank you for your order of light and tights and light and tight strappy bra. It was just very generic. So I kind of copied what she did, and I can send it to you guys afterwards or like put it in our chat or whatever, but it actually, I did it for my last party and it was super effective. Everybody responded saying, thank you so much. I said, thank you for your order, something about joining my VIP group and hosting a party all in one message, but it like went together and I wasn't like spamming them with message after message. It was just all in one and done. And it was personal. So that I had really good feedback from, which I've been wanting. So that's good. That's all I have for this, unless you have something else.
No, I think that's good. I would like to see what you're sending people. That's very interesting to me.
I will.
Okay.
I hope we don't get cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we have 40 minutes?
I think so. You'll get a notification.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, so the process of shop host rep. This is what I do for the process of shop host rep. So I do not like to host parties with the hostess being somebody who's never tried Zaya. Why? Because they don't know what they're talking about. And when their friends are like, oh, what pieces do you like from Zaya? They're gonna be like, oh, I don't know. I've never tried it. I just like them. They're like, oh, well, then you're just trying to get free stuff. So I personally do not host. I've done it in the past and I'll never do it again. Yeah, Paige, you might get a notification because I just did. But when you are trying to get somebody to host, I get them in a piece first. I might give them a $15 discount to get in light and tights, but at least they've tried something before they host a party. When they're amidst a party, I am talking them up. I am making them think that they're totally capable of being a rep. And then I always have an ongoing list of potential reps, like my dream list, and potential hostesses that I want to host a party. Do not dry up your VIP group. You need to consistently be having parties to get new people in your VIP group. Just like Paige said, every party you have, your mission should be getting as many people in that party into your VIP group. So there's new blood and you're not consistently being dried up. We're going to get cut off. So I'm going to cut it here. But if you have any questions about shop host rep, let me know.
Zoom gifted me longer time for free.
What the? That's so nice of Zoom.
If we do for some reason get cut off, I'm sorry, and we'll finish. We only have one more thing to talk about anyways, but
yeah, that's fine.
Anything else you need to say?
No, just about maintaining your relationships with your customers. So when you do bring up the conversation of becoming a rep and hostessing, it's not weird and it doesn't feel like a cold call because you have that connection with them to a prior, like whatever, you checking in, whatever. Just having that connection with whomever makes it feel less salesy and more like, oh, this was the girl that hosted the party. I really liked her. I'm part of her VIP group. This doesn't feel like a cold message. Like if I ever spam somebody with a cold message and they feel like it's a cold message, that is like a dagger in my heart, because I don't want that. I want them to think that I'm somebody who was the rep of a party they attended. I helped them find leggings that they feel amazing in. And she wants to get me some free clothes. Great. Okay. She wants to be part of my VIP group. Great. Or I want her, you get it. Like, that's my goal. I don't ever want to be that salesy cold message. That is not what direct sales is now. And that's the reason direct sales has a bad name. And I refuse to be a part of that. So I think it, in this day and age, like if you're part of direct sales, it's all about the connections and it's about authenticity and you being you. And that's the reason you're going to find success. So last but not least, Paige is going to talk about the customer appreciation event, which is tomorrow night.
I'm so excited because when we did this, the first one, I think it was in February, I completely dropped the ball. All I did was post 2 times in my VIP group about the event. And that was it. I had 4 or 5 respond saying yes, but they had all already had parties with me. They just wanted free crap. Okay. And they're great customers. I didn't mind. They were all into it. Like, it was fine, but they weren't going to have another party with me that month or the next month. They had just had parties with me or had parties with me a few months before. So that was my fault. This time I was like, okay, I'm getting people on this call. So over the weekend, I messaged 30-ish or so people. 11 people have responded saying yes. So some people have not even opened the message, but every single person who has opened it and responded has said yes. No one's going to say no to this. Like, it literally doesn't cost them a penny. It takes it's just going to be 20 minutes of their time. They can mute themselves and cook their dinner while they hear all the fun giveaways and what a party's all about. Like, I am challenging you to get off this call and message 20 people individually about the call tomorrow. Okay, do it. Because I didn't last time and I'm kicking myself for it, because I could have I could have had hosts for parties last month that I didn't have. I had like 2 or 3 parties, and that is not like me at all. So go message people. And every single time you have a host, introduce, talk about the opportunity with them. Just like Lindsay said, bring it up. It can't hurt to ask. What's the worst they're going to say? No. If they say no, not right now, put them on that list for follow up with in a month, because they're saying no, not right now, but they're not saying no, never. So don't forget to follow up with them. That is huge. Just like I said, follow up is like it's important. So I think that's all I have.
And I think a lot of people have reached out and they're like, hey, how are you bringing up this event? This is all I say. Hey girl, there's a 20-minute call tomorrow night where if you hop on, and you don't even have to show your video, just hop on, you have the chance of winning not only $600 in free product if you book a party with me for May or June, but just simply hopping on, you have chances to win free stuff. So it's 20 minutes. Let me know if you're interested. I would love to get you some free and half off pieces. I hope you're having a great day. That is literally the voice message that I sent to 20 plus people today. And I had like 8 of them be like, yeah, sign me up. Okay. So if you make it real simple where they're not going to lose anything and it's only going to take 20 minutes and they can literally put their phone on their counter and win free stuff, they're going to sign up. You just have to you have the balls to reach out to these people and actually bring it up, which I know is the hardest part.
It's true. And if you have no clue who to reach out to, look in your order history.
Yes.
It's the date that you began as a rep. Set it as your start date. Don't change your end date, because your end date will be today. Go through that go change it to customers instead of orders, and go through every single person. I mean, if you have even no clue who they are, I actually didn't reach out to somebody who whatever. There are some people, you don't have to reach out to every single person, but people who have ordered multiple times and you're like, oh yeah, and it rings a bell, message them. If you think they might slightly, even little ittiest bit interested, message them. Or go through your Facebook friends, go through your VIP members. That's 3 huge places to find people to message and reach out to and ask if they want to join this call tomorrow night. It was really awesome in February. It just sucked that people couldn't get on. But besides that, it was so cool.
So I'm going to answer a few questions that are in the chat. Lauren, for people that have already had parties in April and May, they're probably not your target audience for this specific event because you're trying to book new parties with new people to meet new people to broaden your network for the months of May and June. So the people that already booked a party, you're not really focusing on them as much. You're focusing on the people that were in their parties to get them to book parties with you so you can keep spidering out, okay? Corinne, so Erica Harold is the one that's hosting this event. She has it up to 1,000 people. So that means that we are not having reps sign on to this event. It is going to be streamed live on Zaya Fire. So you're still in tune with everything that happens, but every customer will sign on. And I do not usually typically the first event is like blow out of the water crazy. The second one's not as much. So I don't think we're going to hit 1,000 customers hopping on. I hope we do, but I don't think that's going to happen. We're asking reps to not sign on to the Zoom link, but instead go to the Zaya Fire Facebook page and you will see everything that is happening. So you know what to talk about with your reps. And if they win, you're aware of it, but you're not actually going to sign on. Only your customers will sign on. So we don't have a $1,000 marker because it was $6,500 for Erica to make it. So it was like not worth the money. So we're not doing it.
What?
Yeah, it was insane. Okay, what else? Okay, so it's for April, May, and June. Sorry, Lauren, you're right. Laura, April, May, and June to book parties, but not for people that have booked parties with you for the month of March. Like that's not your target audience. I thought May and June, but she didn't say April. If they book a party with you for April, May, or June, you put their name in the Google form and they'll be in a winner. They'll be in the it's fine.
Party's booked basically.
Yeah, if you book a party for April, May, or June, their name is going in the Google form for their chance to win a $600 in a new wardrobe. You will not have the Google form until after the event is over. So tomorrow night, event's over. Wednesday morning, the Google form will be pushed out and you will put literally the hostesses' names that have booked parties with you for April, May, and June. And if it doesn't say April, just make up a date for May. They have to be on the call. So the reason being is they have to be on the call tomorrow night to be a candidate for the $600 or any free stuff that's given out during the call tomorrow. They have to be on the call. Even if they hop on the call for the first 5 minutes and then sign off, they were on the call. Okay.
Taryn, we will get the Google form tomorrow after the call.
After. It'll probably be Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to your upline. Feel free to reach out to Paige, myself, truly anybody. And we can give you ideas that maybe something that we didn't cover in this specific call, because this was like the quick and dirty. But if you need like specific information for your business and for your clientele, just reach out to us and we would love nothing more than to help you, because 3x4x2500, no, it's not easy, but it is achievable. And there's plenty of people in our group that have done it and been successful. So I know you can too. And if you need help to get there, we're here to help you. So Paige, thank you so much for taking the initiative to get this together. I super appreciate you.
Of course.
I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And I look forward to talking to all of you guys.
Yes.
Bye guys.